First grandchild, he asked for proof. So we sent it to him.
I'm confused. She's pregnant or not? I don't know if she is or not either. I was waiting for a picture with the ultrasound, you know? Just kind of hard to fake them things. But they'll do anything for a storyline. And I mean anything.
What's going on, you guys? Kidbehindacamera here. And what you just heard was Bridget's father telling everybody that she's not actually pregnant. That he doesn't believe she's pregnant, that we would fake anything for a video, including her being pregnant. And you're probably wondering, why is Doug making a video saying that Bridget isn't pregnant? Why would he do that? It's his first grandchild, and unfortunately, that's what this video is going to be. I did not want to have to make this video, you guys. I take no pleasure in doing this. This is Bridget's father, and despite how I feel about him now, even after I make it, this is still her father. As angry as I might be, as much as I may harbor resentment for the stuff that he said, it's still her father. And yeah, he's burned his bridge with me, but I'm hoping that there's still time for him to rebuild the one that he has with her. Because one day he's gonna die, and I don't want her to remember him as the monster that he's become. And so, unfortunately, I have to do a video that I've tried so hard to keep from happening. A video that I pleaded with him to avoid. I did not want to have to make this video, you guys. I wanted to keep... You know, it's really sad. Bridget told me that she was willing to take all of his mental abuse if it was private. The second he made it public, she wasn't going to put up with it anymore, and that's exactly what happened. And unfortunately, this is the position that I'm in. I have to make private family bullshit public because they made it public first. And it sucks because it keeps happening. I'm so fucking tired of losing my family to YouTube. I'm so sick of people turning on us over money, over fame, as they call it. Like, it's, you're a YouTuber, you're not famous, okay? Humble yourself. I really did not want to make this video, you guys. I wanted to give Doug a chance to pull his head out of his ass, to apologize to his daughter, but he's made it very clear that that's not what he wants to do. So now I have no choice but to defend myself against his allegations. And that's what I'm doing. I am going to be defending myself against his bullshit. And I really did not want to have to do this. And there's going to be a lot of people that are going to say, wow, this is private. You shouldn't even be talking about this on YouTube. And you're absolutely right. But at what point am I allowed to defend myself? When somebody's talking about me on their YouTube account and they're saying that I wasn't there when my father died and they're wishing that their own daughter would have a miscarriage, I think I'm entitled to a response. I decided to break this video down into 3 sections. Section 1, I want to cover why this happens to YouTubers in the first place, because guys, I'm not the only one that this happens to. Like, you may be sitting there thinking, wow, this happens to Michael all the time. It's not just me. Unfortunately, all YouTubers have to deal with people going on their channel and then leaving and talking about them. Doing YouTube just becomes this revolving door of bringing recognition to somebody and then watching them as they leave and talk about you when they're gone. That's the prime, like, that's when you know you're a YouTuber. I was talking to McJuggernuggets about it, and he was telling me his situations where it happened with him, and you start digging and you find out that it happened to him. It happened to Lance Stewart, it happened to Jake Paul, Logan Paul. Look, it happened to every YouTuber you know. YouTuber makes vlogs with new person. New person leaves the vlogs and starts making videos about the other YouTuber, exposing them and making diss tracks, and it's such a repetitive, shitty system that I'm just tired of being a part of it. And I really wanted to understand why they don't appreciate anything that you do for them, because you have a YouTuber that has some kind of a spotlight on them, and they bring that spotlight to somebody else. And that other person takes the spotlight that you put on them and they use it against you. And I don't understand why. I really wanted to get to the bottom of why it actually happens. And so I was talking to McJuggernuggets, and one of the things that we came up with was the fact that they didn't work for it. They didn't struggle. They didn't earn it. They didn't work for it. They were just given a spotlight. And because they were given a spotlight, that gave them this instant gratification. See, while me, Bridget, and Grandpa were in Trailwood and we were struggling, we couldn't afford to pay the bills and we were starving and living off food stamps and just begging that somebody would watch our videos so we could finally make something happen on YouTube, somebody like Doug was at his house and he was fishing and he was doing everything not YouTube. So by the time that Doug enters the scene in 2014, we're already established. So when we bring Doug onto the channel, he completely skipped all of the struggle, the sacrifice, the hard work, the dedication, the videos, the constant work, the editing. He skipped all of that and he was just given a platform where people will suddenly know who he is. And I don't want to make it sound like that I think we're successful or famous or anything, but admittedly, we did have a fan base and we still do. And you guys are so fucking amazing for sticking with us for as long as you have. So we bring somebody like Doug into that and they get this instant gratification and suddenly they're like, I can do this without him. And I'm not saying that you can't. Doug absolutely can do YouTube without us. So can Tina, so can Jennifer, so can Kim. Everybody can do YouTube without us, without me, without any of my assistance. But the problem is, it's not as easy as they think. He's making all the money. I'm not getting any of it. Which, by the way, is not true, but we're going to get to that later. I got an idea. Why don't I make my own channel and I'll make videos and make all the money myself? Now they start making the videos, but unfortunately nobody is watching them. So what do you do when you leave the nest and nobody's watching? You talk about the nest. So unfortunately, that's exactly what has happened to me, McJuggernuggets, Lance Stewart, the Paul brothers, just every YouTuber. They bring somebody into the fold, they give them a spotlight, the person feels like they can do it on their own, they leave, and they start talking about the YouTuber for views. They'll go to their channels and they'll make videos that nobody really wants to see because they didn't work for it and they don't know how YouTube works to begin with, and the views just aren't there because of it. So they learn that if they talk about us, they'll get views. Suddenly the daily average goes from 1,000 views a video to 5 and 10 and 20,000 per video, and suddenly they're validated again. Not realizing that they're only validated because they're talking about us. And are you gonna be able to do that forever? Can you really sustain a YouTube channel when all you're doing is talking about another person? Meanwhile, if you go to our channel, you'll see that we're not talking about them at all. And that's the difference. We continue our lives while they just continue talking about us because it's all that they have. It's the only thing that they can do to get views. And it's sad. People don't really understand just how hard YouTube actually is. They don't understand algorithms and titles and thumbnails and content and editing. They don't understand any of that when they're just brought onto a channel because they don't have to do any of it. They're just brought on, they say a couple of lines, they leave, it gets a ton of views, they get a ton of subscribers, and they don't have to work for it. And so they think that it's super easy. And so when they're off on their own, the only way it becomes super easy is if you talk about the other person. So that's what I wanted to start it off with you guys. Section 1, talking about why it happens. Why do people turn on the YouTubers that gave them a name in the first place? And the only reason that I could think of why, they didn't earn it, they didn't work for it, they didn't struggle for it, they were just given it, and unfortunately that instant gratification created a monster. And it sucks. Now let's talk about section 2. Proof. See, for about a week we've been posting screenshots of some of the horrible shit that Doug's been saying to his daughter, and his only response was that it was fake. Not only was he saying it was fake, but he was also saying that he had no way to prove that the messages were fake in the first place because he threw away the iPhone that we gave him.
Doug, show the actual phone messages. I don't have the phone right now. I have the SIM card, but you can't take this SIM card and put it into another phone unless it's an Apple phone. So I'm shit out of luck on that right now. Our investigations found this account in violation of Twitter rules. Oh, wow. That was his Twitter that got knocked out. Oh, wow. No, what did you do with the iPhone? It sort of got destroyed after they shut it off. Whose iPhone was that? That was the one Bridget gave me years ago. This one? This ain't an iPhone.
Now that we've established that he actually does have the iPhone that we gave him with all the messages that you're about to see, you gotta wonder, why is he not showing them to you in the first place? Why wouldn't he want to show it? If we're lying, Doug, prove it. Show your messages. And the answer is because they're real. The messages are real. And that's what I want to prove. So without further ado, let's go over to the living room and let's talk about Doug's messages. Let's show them to you. Let's prove it. Thanks, Mike. Now it's time for us to establish that the screenshots that you're going to see in this video are 100% real. Now this right here is Bridget's conversation with her father. This one right here starts on April 7th. It goes on forever. Okay.
Yeah, I don't delete texts.
She has everything, you guys. All the text messages that she had with her father. Now, just to establish that this actually is Bridget's conversation with her father and not some random made-up conversation with anybody, this is the conversation on his birthday. As you can see, it is time-stamped March the 4th at 7 p.m. Bridget, go tweet out my Dougie is grilling. Daddy got a new grill today for his birthday. Thanks, daughter. I love it. Hey, look, Tuesday, January the 29th, he sent us a picture of Dougie's ribs. Yeah. So, did we fake that too, Doug? Did we send ourselves a picture of ribs and call them Dougie's ribs? Is that what we did for this? Or if Doug still wants to try to deny that it's him, let's play one of these voice memos that he sent Bridget in January.
He didn't leave your porch for 30 minutes, and the cops didn't get there in time to arrest him?
One of the worst screenshots that we're going to show you guys that I really did not want to have to show was Doug's real reaction to finding out Bridget was pregnant. Yeah, newsflash, you guys, the reaction from the video was totally fake. We staged it because his real reaction was just absolutely horrible. Hey, want to come over? Can't tonight. Oh, all right. Got dinner plans. Cancel. This is way more important. What is it? Can't say. You're going to have to say. Okay, you're going to find out online then. What are you talking about? What is so important, Bridget? Hello? What's so important? Tell me. Come over. Tell me what's going on. So we sent him the video before it was online. Bridget is pregnant. His reaction, so you wanted me in a video. Yeah, we're going to be doing a family reveal video. Was going to tell you on Thursday, but we needed to upload the video today. Well, I am at a friend's house at Edisto River. I can't just leave. It's fine. See you Thursday. Okay. I didn't want you in a video. Wanted to tell you that you're going to be a grandfather before you found out online. Yeah, Doug did not give a fuck that Bridget was pregnant, and she must have cried for 3 or 4 days about that.
It's pretty sad.
So about 3 or 4 days later, we meet with Doug in the Jim and Nick's parking lot, and we film his reaction that you guys saw, and even the fake reaction sucked. I know you're sending $500 for the video, but can you do $750? Truck payment due. I thought it was paid off. I fucking told you, Bridge, I got a loan out on it. I owe $400 per month. I can't do $750. I need $750. I can't do it. Let's just get to the point. Don't darken my doorstep when you lose baby. Don't darken my doorstep when you lose your fucking baby. Who the fuck do you think you are, you motherfucker? I'll fuck out of this motherfucker, Bridget. This motherfucker don't want this shit, boy. That's how I feel when he's... Don't darken your doorstep when you lose the baby, your first grandchild, you dipshit motherfucker! So you can see how I feel right now, you guys. This is why we're doing the video. Don't darken my doorstep when you lose your baby. My baby.
I know, dude. I know.
So let's get back in there and do the real video, because this is just showing you that the screenshots are real because he tried to deny them. Deny them now, motherfucker. Sorry, Bridget.
No, I get it. I understand.
When we have this baby, Nothing. Let's go finish the video. I want to apologize, you guys, for flying off the handle there. I really want to apologize. I didn't want that to be what this video is. I'm just so angry. You know, this is my first child, and to put that out in the universe, just tell your own daughter not to darken your doorstep when she loses her baby, it's heartbreaking. My dad would have never said that. Dad wasn't perfect, but he would have never said that. And so now I want to get into section 3. I want to talk about what happened. Where did the transition with Doug actually come from? And believe it or not, it's not recent. I've been done with Doug for about a year. And I want to talk about it. For as long as I've known Doug, he's always been this habitual liar. He's always been this person that talks the worst about Cindy, saying that she was a prostitute, that horrible stuff that was obviously not true. And I would always let it go in one ear, out the other, because there's Bridget's dad, and I can't say anything, but it really got really bad back in September. That's when it really started to, like, hit the peak, like, I'm done with him levels. And it actually spilled over into a text message conversation that I had with Doug, because earlier in the day he was on the phone with Bridget and he was yelling at her and he was calling her a bitch and a fucking asshole and greedy, and I got so pissed off. She wasn't letting me say anything, and I had to keep swallowing my pride, and I finally had enough. So I texted him and I told him basically, if you talk to her like that again, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. And I meant it. And I mean it to this day. You don't talk to a fucking woman that way, number one. You don't talk to a woman that way. You don't talk to your daughter that way. And that's when I was done with Doug. I was like, you know what? I'm washing my hands with him. We really just should not have given him that shout out. That was the biggest mistake that we could have made, because the second we gave Doug a shout out, he gained about 20,000 subscribers, and then suddenly he was done. And that goes back to what I said about the ego and not having to work for it. Suddenly Doug has 20,000 subscribers and he doesn't need Bridget or me or any of us anymore. He can do it on his own. The point is, I was totally done with Doug. I had enough. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't bring myself to conversing with a person that would treat his own daughter that way. So I was civil. For the sake of his daughter, I was very civil, but I didn't respect him anymore. For the next 8 months, Bridget's conversations with her father were just completely horrible. One bad conversation with Doug after the other, begging for money, trashing her, begging for money again, trashing her, begging for money. That's all the relationship consisted of, was begging for money and treating her like shit if she wouldn't give it to him. And I didn't even know that this was happening.
The most they ever paid me for doing any work was $200. All that he said we've ever given him was $200, which is why you're seeing a bunch of dollar amounts pop up on the screen right now, because those are screenshots from Facebook. Doug, remember, we have everything. You can't lie about something that we have access to. Oh yeah, I forgot. Doug said that those were fake too. You again.
Yes. Unfortunately.
What is it this time? Doug's denying the money?
Yes.
Okay, guys, this is Bridget's Facebook conversation with her dad, okay? Let's just go up it a little bit. We don't got time for all this. Oh, there's money. There's a bunch of money. There's some money. You seeing the numbers flash? Let's just... Jeez. Oh, here's an argument about not giving him enough money.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look, there's more money. There's more money. Doug, I thought you said we gave you no money, because I'm seeing a bunch of money. Oh, there's 450, there's 150, there's 145.
There's one for 2,000.
Yeah, it's in here. We'll get to it. 200, 150, 400. Doug, I thought we gave you nothing, dude. Like, it doesn't really make sense. Oh, there's a bunch. That's a clump of money. Oh my God, what is this? What did his truck break down again? Holy shit. Bridget, Doug, I thought we gave you nothing, dude. Oh my God. Dude,
yeah.
I'd like to see the proof you gave me 2,000. There it is, dude. See? Details complete. February the 14th. Happy Valentine's Day, Doug. What'd you do with that? That's just this year. We're just, what?
Oh my God.
I don't want to go up anymore, dude. I'm going to get angrier.
Go up.
Go back to the conversation now. Doug, you can't just keep denying everything. You have to tell the truth at some point because we have proof of everything. The really sad thing is all Bridget wanted to do was give her father another chance. Chance after chance after chance after chance. She wants to give him a chance now because she feels sorry for him, but that's just the manipulation that he does. He wants people to feel sorry for him.